Oh. 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 Bet your life somebody catches me smoking. Hello, Disney. I better put my fag out now. I knew somebody would come in and ruin my cigarette. I knew somebody would. Good evening, Chris, John, Scott. First like. Good evening, Lorna. I don't know how many Scott had on his. Hi, Sue. So I did remember that time. So the first thing I can announce for you is the, hi Brian, David, the Christmas tree raffle thing that we were going to do. That, fingers crossed, will be starting from tomorrow. We've had a chat about it. The only thing that we haven't decided on is which charity it will be going to. It'll be a choice of two, and we're hoping to run a poll where people will be able to choose which one it goes to. And it'll be either Donna's Dream Home, which is for kids terminally ill. Was that correct, John? I think that was correct. Or the bus shelter, which was for homeless people. They've bought a bus, converted it into somewhere safe and warm for homeless people to go and stay. I'm on till midnight, UK coin hunt. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll create a poll where people will be able to vote on that. The winner will get all of the money for that, and then the plan is that if it is successful, we'll do another one round about Easter time, where the other charity will then get the money for that one. So that's the first announcement. The way it's going to be done is we're asking everybody to send in a coin. Doesn't matter the value of the coin. It doesn't have to be anything special, just any coin you want. Send them in to Steve Fraser. If I pop up a link for his website, I believe it's got his address on there. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it has. I'll try and find it somewhere down here. No, it's got it, but you can send him a message on here, either to WhatsApp or on his group, and ask him for his address. I don't obviously want to give his address out here. So if people can contact Steve for his address, but again, the same thing will apply. Thank you, Lorna. Please, if you're sending anything into John, then please, to Steve, beg your pardon, please make sure that you, even if you're not putting who it's from, please just put that it's for the Christmas tree charity. Steve is going to be putting up a miniature Christmas tree on either the table to his side or the table behind him. Good evening, Jack. The coins that are sent in will be then displayed around the base of the Christmas tree, and every new coin that gets sent in, Steve will write it onto a tag, or write the person's name on a tag and put it onto the Christmas tree as well. So you have official to show you exactly sort of how many prizes and things are going on there. But I say, please don't worry about the value of a coin. It can be absolutely anything that you send in. I can tell you we've been promised 4 silver proofs from 2 people will be sent in. One of them comes as a set of 2, and then 2 single silver proofs. So what we've decided to do with that is to break it up into 3 prizes. That way everybody will, or the 3 winners will all be guaranteed a silver proof. I need to speak with Ian tomorrow, so just keep an eye on the website. Keep, ask your CJs about it, and raffle tickets will be going up very shortly for those. So that's your first announcement. So, obviously it's for charity, so the more people we get on board with that, the better. Share the links to as many people as we can, I think we might be limited to selling 100 tickets. Yeah, I'm just going to answer you there, Disney. I think on the system that Ian uses for it, it might be limited to 100. But all that we'll do is if they sell out, then we can just put up another 100 for it. So that's not a problem. I have personally asked that it is only cash purchases for raffle tickets, no points and no vouchers, purely because the money is going to charity. Yeah, I think, I need to confirm it with Ian, but I've said a limit of about 5 per person. I think that's fair. It gives everybody a fair chance then. I think it's the fairest way to do it. Obviously using points and vouchers are just, it's for charity. It's more about raising them some money than anything else. And it wouldn't be right if we just said you can buy as many tickets as you want, because people would just go and buy a ton load of them. As nice as it is to get money for the charity, the idea is to give everybody else a fair chance of winning. So that should definitely be going up onto the site within the next sort of day or 2. So just stay tuned, or, keep looking at the site. But coins can be sent in to Steve Fraser from now. I know that, so it'll be raffle 1, raffle 2, if it goes over. Yeah. And then, so raffle 2, as an example, although it would restart at 100, from 1 to 100, we would actually be numbering those 101 to 200, if that makes sense with you. But that will all be explained on the website, if it happens that way. And I may be wrong, that, you may be able to put up more than 100 tickets. I don't know, because we've never done that. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. And as soon as I've spoken with Ian about putting it on the website live, then I'll let everybody else know as well. I'm just going to go somewhere there. Yeah, your coins can be sent into, like the COA, exactly, Chris. Your coins can be sent in to Steve immediately. Some people have actually been going onto Steve's website, purchasing coins and saying, just keep that for the Christmas tree raffle. So that, again, that's another way you can do it. But just make sure that you're informing Steve that that's what you intend it for, because otherwise he's not going to have a clue. So that's the first big announcement. The second one has only been confirmed tonight. And those of you that were on last night and everything, over the weekend, you'll know that we've now gone international. We had our first stream from the American guys last night, and they were fantastic. I thought they were brilliant. I mean, they streamed from midnight right through to, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock lunchtime today. It was incredible. They're now going to be doing regular slots. Tuesday, they're going to be streaming from midnight. Okay, this is where, if you've watched their streams, you'll understand where I've got this from now. So Tuesday and Thursday from midnight until 4 a.m. UK time, Butch will be streaming from 12 till 4 a.m. Then non-confrontational, non-conformist will be streaming from 4 a.m. until he drops. So no dead, time scale on that. It's just whenever he drops. Saturday, although, it was from midnight UK time to 8 a.m. and that'll be Butch doing his penny rolls and things like he was doing last night. Okay. And then a couple of others I've got, but I will update when those ones are confirmed 100%. I just need to sort one or two little bits and bobs out of that. I did have a FaceTime this evening with John Gamble, Butch, and non-confrontational, non-conformist, and Brain, his partner. And I can tell you, they're absolutely buzzing. They really, really enjoyed it last night. They really enjoyed the feedback. Warren, you get dropsy really bad. Don't know what dropsy is. So any feedback you've got on those guys, please, feel free to tell one of us about the feedback, because they were a little concerned how they would come across. I've assured them that from my point of view, all the feedback I've seen today has been fantastic. The other thing that they're going to do, don't ask me how. I mean, they blew us away last night when they had 4 of them on the screen at once. But Butch is quite, I'm always dropping stuff. Butch is very sort of up with the technology side of things. So what they're going to be doing in their stream is they're going to be streaming to 2 different channels at the same time. So they will be streaming to the Great British Coin Hunt, but they will also be streaming to Non-Confrontational's YouTube channel at the same time. The chat log for the Great British Coin Hunt will be family friendly. The chat log for Non-Confrontationals will be 18 rated. So just bear that in mind. If you're easily offended, then stay on the Great British Coin Hunt's chat log. If you're not that fussed, then go and join the one on Non-Confrontational's chat log. I say I've got no idea how they're going to do it, but they've said they're going to do that. They're also going to be giving us some pointers with regards to how they are running things with the StreamYard and having different people on at the same time. So that's something that we're going to be messing about with. I've had a bit of a look on it this afternoon, and it looks like it's really, really simple thing to run. So that's something we can have a play around with ourselves as well. But I say I spoke to them on FaceTime this evening. They are hilarious. They're just as funny off camera as they are on, and what you see on camera with them is exactly as they are. They stream totally different from us. The style they do is totally unique, I think, to them. Sheldon, I think it was. I woke up about 9 o'clock this morning and put their stream on, You know, they've got these guys standing out in the middle of the road, topless, streaming from there. But it works, you know. I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel. We're going to be getting, you know, regular time slots for them. That's going to be going out in newsletters to everybody as well, that kind of thing. So it's brilliant. But yeah, by all means, if you've got any feedback on them, please drop one of us an email, or even one of them. I think most of them, they've got their contact details on their channels. So if you've not subscribed to them, please subscribe to them as well. It's all about building the channels and building the community. They do an awful lot of giveaways. When they're doing these penny hunts and that, I can't quite get my head around it, but they find silver in it and all this kind of stuff, and they do lots of giveaways on there, and they do ship to the UK, so the UK viewers can win stuff as well. You know, so it's fantastic. I think it's a brilliant addition to the channel. You know, they bring something different, but at the same time, they're also more than happy to help us grow the channel here as well. So the more support we can give them, the better. I mean, they were absolutely astounded with the viewers that they were getting last night. So yeah, you know, by all means, please send in any feedback you've got on that. Again, as I see in the chat, everybody's saying that they were brilliant, they were amazing. John in the buff. I think he actually was on the FaceTime that we had between the four of us tonight. I think he was in the buff then. Last night was awesome. US guys were so warm and friendly. What I can tell you is UK time on a Saturday evening, usually it's me from 9 till midnight. I can tell you they are going to be coming on from 9 a.m. UK times. So they will be streaming early on a Saturday night for you. It does me a favour. It means I can have a bit of time off as well. So yeah, you know, that's brilliant. And it gives people that aren't sort of night owls the opportunity to watch them as well. So that'll be every Saturday night, you know, unless we're doing one of our mad weekends where it's, you know, auctions all the time or whatever. They will be on from 9 o'clock every Saturday night. So yeah, I think it is fantastic. Let me just get on here. I did sub them and they did it back to me. So happy as I got American subs. And this is it. You know, it's all about that though, Javid. It's about building the community, not just between us here, but to the guys over there as well. See, Pat's just come in as well. You know, it's all about that, sharing the community. We've got a cracking community here as they've got there. So let's share the two of them together, you know, and build it. They are a fantastic group of guys. Last night was awesome. US guys were so warm and friendly. Yep. No, I've still got my boxers on, don't you worry. Yeah, all the guys were flashing their chests at one point, though, John. Right, sorry, that was just a message. Seen them early this morning. There's mad as a box of frogs. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Pat. That's great. Glad there's an early stream. Midnight, it's just too late. And yeah, that's the whole idea, Disney. You know, it gives them an opportunity to appeal to a bigger audience from our side of the pond. And the fact that they're going to be able to stream it to the Great British Coin Hunt and to non-confrontationals, so you will have one family-friendly chat and one 18-rated chat, which I think I've got no idea how they're going to do that, but they assure us it's really quite a simple thing to do. So again, you know, that's something really good, I think. So that's you two. Oh, who is this? Sorry, it just popped in for another moment. What slots are the ones you're most desperate to fill? 5 to 8s. Yeah, 5 to 8s are the hardest ones to fill. I assume this is Ian. They are our hardest slots to fill, Ian, yeah. And so was you. Soon got your chest out. I did, yeah, I must admit, I did flash mine as well. Yeah. Just give me a second. How many slots are you looking for, Ian? If I have a rough idea of how many slots you're looking for. Okay, Friday. Monday. Pretty much every day, if I'm honest, apart from the weekends, pretty much every day. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let him pick whatever day he wants apart from weekends. And I'll write it down now because I'm redoing the diary completely to fit in with the American guys as well. So just if he tells me what days he wants to do, we'll fit him in. For anybody that's just joined and wasn't aware, yeah, that's brilliant. I forget the CJ name now. Breakman. Oh, I'm sure somebody will tell me. We've got a new CJ that's coming on board. So watch out for that. Looking at these, one of the US guys back on. I think CJ Badgeman, that was it. Tuesday from 12 o'clock until they drop. From midnight until 4 a.m. on Tuesday night, it'll be Butch, and then from 4 a.m. going through till whenever he drops, non-confrontational will be taken over. I've got a schedule here that I'll get in touch with you over the next day or two and let you know about that, and give you their schedule that they've agreed with us. So that's the 2 announcements I've given you. I know you're waiting to know what this auction is, isn't it? This is what people are waiting for, I'm hoping. Well, I'm doing something a bit different. Not even Ian is aware of this one. So I'm doing this myself. Let me just log into the site first. And you're going to have to bear with me while I explain it to you, because it's a little bit different from anything that's been done already. So let me have what I can offer you. Right. Okay. And this is from my personal account. No, this is from my personal account. I'm putting up a £30 gift voucher. Whatever it goes for. No, this isn't from the Great British Coin Hunt. This is directly from me. Whatever it goes for, you pay via the admin, and it goes to putting it Mind or Warren's charity or whatever it is, and it goes towards the £250 that we're trying to raise for Mind, so that I wear drag in when we visit the Royal Mint in January. So what you'll do before anybody starts with any bidding, it'll be a £30 voucher. So you then go onto the site, you'll pick 30 quid's worth of stuff off the site, then you'll email me to tell me what it is that you want. I then create the voucher on my account. I purchase the goods, and the goods then get sent on to you. So I hope everybody understands that. So it can be spent on anything on the site. It will just be the same as you would with your reward points when you convert that into a voucher. So just look at it that way. So you can spend it on whatever you want. I'm not fussed how much it goes for. Obviously, the higher the better, because it's more money for the charity. But just make sure that when you go and purchase it, pay via the admin, beg your pardon, that you put in the box that it's for Warren's charity or drag, put mint, drag, whatever. But just clearly say in there what it's for. So I take it everybody understands that. So fire away and start your bids. You start off at anything you want. I'm really not fussed. When you're finished, I will give you my email address and you can tell me what you want to buy, and I'll go over and buy them when I finish at midnight or the next day or two. You don't have to do it immediately. So anybody wants to start a bid for a £30 voucher. And if Lorna or Chris want to start you off with a countdown, it's just the standard countdowns we do, straight down to 0. No resets. I'll explain that. I can do that now and then, Jack. Okay, so what you do is you go over to admin, the same as you would when you are paying for an auction that you've won. So you just go on to admin. It doesn't take anything at all from my account. You just make a payment to admin the same as you normally would do. But in the box, you put Warren's charity or whatever it is that you're going to put in there. You then contact me and tell me what you want to purchase for the £30 that you've won. I then go onto my account, create the voucher, purchase the goods and get them sent on to you. So as far as payment of it, it is just exactly the same as you would if you'd won any normal auction. But this time you're putting into the box Warren's charity or, something along those lines so the admin know what it's for. Does that make sense, Jack? It's just something a little bit different. We haven't done it. I know everybody wants to see me in drag. I'll explain it again at the end. It really is really simple to do. It's not been done before. And it's coming from my personal account, not the Great British Coin Hunt. And we're standing at okay, I've just had a message from John. I'll read that out once the bidding's done. So we're currently on £8 with Nanny. Yeah, you just literally email me with £30 worth of value, whatever it is that you want to buy. And Scott's up to a £10. When we get down to the last sort of 10, I won't read them out because I don't like to influence anybody that's doing the countdowns. So yeah, you just tell me what you want to buy for £30 and I'll go on the site, buy it, and I'll send a message to them so it gets sent on to you. So it's absolutely no problem whatsoever. Belfast's in at 12. And it just, for your, it helps me get to the 250 faster. It gets you something, at this rate, for 50% of the value of it. Yeah, and it means that I'll be going in drag instead, so it's all a bit of fun. So just coming up to the 10 seconds to go, and we're still not even at 50% yet. £30 voucher for £12 at the moment. Right, now I'm going to shut up and I'm not going to say who's winning or anything else. What I will tell you is the hours that John has just sent me through for the Americans to be streaming. And it is Tuesday midnight till 4 a.m. Butch. Then confrontational nonconformist until he drops. A new bid just come in there. Thursday midnight till 4 a.m. Butch. And then from 4 a.m. until he drops, non-confrontational. Friday, I need to get that one 100% confirmed, but they will be streaming until 8 a.m. UK time. Saturday, 9 p.m. until midnight, it will be Butch. And there may be the odd other ones that get done as well. Okay, I'll just wait for Lorna to confirm that. I've got Ian Menham at £18. I will write a note on there. Yep. So Ian, if you know how to do the admin payments, I take it. Yeah, so if you go and do the admin payment, Ian, but in the box, please put on there something like Warren's charity or something along those lines, so that they're aware that it is something a little bit different. And then when you come back from that, I'll give you my email address, so you can email me what you want to purchase off the site, and I'll do that as soon as I understand, as soon as I finish it. Ocean understands it now. It's something I'll probably do again. I just thought we'd do something a little bit different. You guys get a, get a bonus out of it, So what's that? 18 quid. So he saved himself 12 quid already. But at the same time, it raises the money for the charity. So I just thought we'd do something a bit different and try and get that money on a bit quicker. Sorry, it's been a long day. Right, I'm going to plug you again now, Jack. So some of the people that are on, if you've been around for a while, you'll know that we've spoken about it, I think, before in the daytime streams. Jack does a lot of the, oh God, I still forget what you call it, collecting the glass on beaches and turning it into jewellery. There is a name for that, but I can't remember what it is called. Sorry. And if you want to have a look at her stuff, it's on Etsy under Ocean's Gems Jack LeBreton. I think that's correct. Sea glass, that's the one. Thank you, Nanny. But she also does, and we only found this out a couple of days ago through some pictures that Jack had put onto Facebook. Now, she also does, I always say adult, but it's not. It's really adults and kids, really, whoever wants them. She does the colouring books. And I know from personal experience, it's something that a lot of therapists recommend that people with mental health conditions go and do. But I say it's not just, it's for kids and everybody. And she actually sent me one through this week. And I can't let it go without showing people it. These are all designed by Jack. And she does all the drawings herself. Sorry. And the reason I personally like doing these is because there's no right or wrong way to do them. You know, it's not like colour by numbers or anything like that. You just go on whatever mood you're in that day, you colour it in that style. The next day you might do something slightly different. So she sells these on Amazon, but if I remembered correctly, just go on to Amazon and it is just Jack LeBreton on Amazon. So if you're looking for anything like that, go and have a look. And I can confirm that the Tutankhamun one that she's working on at the moment is going to be amazing. So please support her for that as well. You can come out of hiding now, Jack. Honestly, Disney, you'll find that once you've done the first one, you'll be addicted to it and you won't put them down. You really will be addicted to it. They are fantastic and I can't promote it high enough. So sorry to put you, embarrass you again, Jack, but that's what we do here. We like to share each other's streams and everything else. I promise you I will do one this week, Jack. Obviously, I just haven't had a chance this weekend with everything that's been going on. It's been absolutely chaotic. But I will get some time this week and I will sit down and do it. I promise you. 27 watching, 24 I've got now. Only 17 likes yet. Please hit the like if you haven't done already. I really like what she's done with those books. They are really beautifully and well designed. If you enter adults drawing for whatever reason, these are some of the best books you can get your hand. Couldn't agree more, John. Couldn't agree with you more. Please not only hitting the like, but if you can hit the shares. Have you spent that, Peter? Do you know what? Every time I go over to the shop, I'm forgetting it. Honestly, I said to John Gamble this evening, I finally got round to giving him a call. And my mind's just like a sieve at the moment. But I swear I will get round to doing that as well. I just sent it because you said you enjoy doing this sort of stuff, and I do love giving. Can't give much in money, but can in other. No, and I really appreciate it. It did take over a week, John. I apologise. My mind's just an absolute sieve. And look, you know, I'll give you an idea. I've got 1, 2, 3 notepads here with all different bits scribbled down on them. And then I still forget what I'm doing, so I'm terrible on there. Off to bed now. Enjoy your stream. Be back at 12 tomorrow. Oh, fantastic, Disney. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Leave it at your front door so you can't forget. I need to do it, or put it in my coat pocket because I won't forget it that way. Yeah, so I'm saying when you're hitting the likes, also please hit the shares. There's several reasons we're asking for that. The YouTube side of things, the statistics we were sent for the past month on YouTube were really quite sort of gobsmacking, you know, if that's even a word, gobsmacking. The viewing figures, the amount of extra subs that we were picking up, everything on it was incredible. The only bad part was we only had 260 shares in a month. Everything else was up in the hundreds of thousands. So if we can, I've set a target of 500 shares this month. I think to be honest, 500 is not a lot. I think we should hammer that. What you get in return when you hit the shares, that gets us new subs. The faster we get to 4,000 subs, then there's going to be a new giveaway on 4,000 subs. And every 1,000 thereafter, there's going to be a giveaway. When we hit 5,000 subs, then there will be gold proof auction for the A to Z 10p's again. The actual gold proof hasn't been decided upon yet, although Ian was considering it being a captain cook, but so that's not been confirmed yet. But you know what Ian's like. It will be something special, and hopefully, because we've opened that up now. Oh, here we go. It's Ian. Just back again. I have to say, Warren, I'm extremely proud of you and the team for all the hard work. Come midnight, you'll have had the channel running for 36 hours. You've done a great job. Wow, that is incredible. Hadn't even thought about that. That is quite amazing in itself. That's another new record that we've done, isn't it? That's the first time we've done that. 36 hours straight. That is incredible. And that is a massive thank you to all you guys there that watch it, because if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be anybody to stream to for 36 hours. So that's Ian's way of thanking everybody, is the giveaways. Every 1,000 there will be a giveaway. That is the free giveaway. I don't know, but on 5,000 there will be the huge gold proof auctions. And that this time, last time, I think some people may have felt a bit excluded on that. But this time there are so many more coins that you can use on that, because it's all of the A to Zs. It's the 50p's. I can't remember them all. It was the Olympics, Puddle Duck, suffragettes, things like those, as well as your US state and park quarters, and then something else as well. So hopefully, by having so many more coins that you can bid on that, it will get more people involved. And I've got a feeling this one is going to go considerably higher than, was it 575 the last one went for? I've got a feeling this one will be going considerably higher. No doubt Chris Dyer's got his his counting through his collection there as well. I just want to back. Okay, that's brilliant, Ian. If I just pop you up my email now, Ian. Once you've picked out £30 worth of goods that you want to purchase from the site, if you send an email to me on that email address telling me what it is you want to purchase, I will purchase those for you and get them sent to you. So thank you for that, Ian. I appreciate that a lot. If you tell me when you've got the email address, I can take it off the screen so it's not there for anybody to send me weird emails. But I just want to pick up on what Jack said there. Well done to all the mods as well. A massive thank you to the mods, because again, we wouldn't be able to do it without them. So Pat, I'm working on 3 hours sleep, keeping you guys entertained in the middle of the night is hard work. You did a fantastic job, mate. You really did. So yeah, just picking up on Jack. Thank you for everything that the mods do. I know Chris and Lorna put in an awful lot of work, keeping the channel safe from all the trolls or anything. To be fair, we don't get that many, but when they do, Chris and Lorna are straight on the ball. So from me and you, a fantastic job for everything that they do. Not a problem, Fran. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, so whenever no rush for it, mate. Whenever you get the time, you find 30 quid's worth of stuff on the site, let me know and I'll go across and buy it for you, and make sure it gets sent on to you. So yeah, so I get lots of emails and text messages and even letters come through from people saying, you know, what a fantastic job the CJs are doing and that. And, you know, a lot of the time they forget the work that the mods are doing as well. So, yeah, for me personally, a big thank you to them, because they do an awful lot of work. and I've been there and done it myself, so I know how hard it is. Where are we going? You're very welcome. I can't wait to do it again. We love all of you guys. Likewise, mate. Likewise. I know there were one or two. I don't know what's going on there. John's texting me stuff, but I'll read it afterwards. And I will say it to you, Pat. I said it to a couple of the guys the other day, earlier on today. Beg your pardon. There were, to my knowledge, there was only one person that was slightly concerned that the Great British Coin Hunt might have been going in a different direction by allowing you guys to come on and stream. There was, to my knowledge, there was only one that was doubtful. That person, now having seen you, has yeah, okay, Ian, that's fantastic. I will do that then. That's brilliant. Thank you. That person, having seen the American stream last night, have done a complete U-turn and said that they saw you and they thought that you guys absolutely rocked and smashed it. You know, so it's incredible. And I keep saying it. I think you're a fantastic addition to the site, and I can't wait to do some more stuff with you. And now we've had a bit of a play, or I've had a bit of a play around with StreamYards tonight, and it looks like it's incredibly easy to use. So maybe we can get one or two of our coin jockeys to pop onto one of your streams one evening, and likewise back the other way. So anybody, if you've got a coin channel or YouTube, which you've all got anyway for being here, whenever you see a new name pop up in the chat, Pat's Piling Pennies, just click the 3 dots, subscribe to their channels as well. The more we grow this community, the better. We're already breaking new ground with everything that we do. So it's fantastic. As John has just put up there, these are figures for the last month. 444 uploads, 3,870 subs, 208,165 video views. And it was something in the region of nearly 500,000 hours were watched on the Great British Coin Hunt in the last 30 days. Nearly 500,000 hours. That takes some getting your head around when you think about that. That's incredible amount of hours. It was all butch and confrontational. I was there for the moral support. No, but even oh God, what was his name? As silly as I want to be, or something, wasn't it? He was in the streams, you know, nearly all day yesterday, supporting all of us, wanting to learn more about our coins and our currency. It was fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant. We even had Sheldon all the way from Hawaii. Sheldon, it was funny, Jack. I just mentioned Sheldon, actually. I woke up about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, and I put the stream on because I couldn't believe it was still going. I'm confronted by this I don't know, this guy standing in the middle of the street, topless, streaming, and I was like, what on earth's going on here? But they assure me that he does that quite regularly. He doesn't smoke or whatever in the house, so he goes outside to do it. But it was it's brilliant, and that's what I like about it. It's doing so much that we don't do. So I think it's fantastic, and all the giveaways they do, it's incredible. Is the channel listed on the frequently viewed in YouTube? I honestly don't know. I haven't really had a chance to look into anything like that, Scott, at the moment, but I will Tomorrow I've got a bit of an easier day, so unless Ian lumbers me with something else. But I am going to have a proper look into it tomorrow and get some of the figures back. Silly ass, amazing guy. He is really good guy. It was Pitch Black 2 where he was. That's our shirtless Sheldon. I thought he was brilliant. I really did enjoy him. He was naked under the moon. Lorna, what's that? Have you on a different account? You've lost your spanner. What's happened there? Is that a different account? Or do I just need to add you back on? I'm a bit confused there. So yeah, you know, but please, a lot of them have got their contact details on their YouTube channels. Just click on the About Me bit. If you enjoyed what they do, go over there and let them know. Oh, that's not Lorna. Okay. Okay. Sheldon was funny, a great guy. Just take the rest, maybe. Yeah, so please go over and give them any feedback that you've got from watching them, whether it was for an hour, whatever. Please go and give them the feedback. Oh, it is Lorna. She's on a different device. Okay. So I will add her as a mod on that one then. So she should be a mod on that one now, Chris. Yeah, because honestly, although you wouldn't believe it from watching them, they really were quite nervous about streaming last night. So please just, you know, let them know that you watched them. I think what happens, Scott, is some of the CJs remove a lot of the mods because it can get a bit confusing when you've got a screen full of spanners. It's nothing that I was explaining it to John earlier. It's nothing that anybody has done wrong. So if you turn up on a stream and your spanner has gone, don't panic about it. It's nothing that you've done. No offence has been caused by anybody. It's just sometimes the CJ will remove spanners and just leave their mods on because it's easier for us if we're doing an auction, for example. It's easier for us if we can just see our mods that are chatting on there. So it's nothing that anybody has done. You just need to, when whoever it is that you would normally mod for comes on as a CJ, you will then just need to tell them, can you re-add me as a mod, please? So I hope that explains that. It doesn't, you know, nobody's done anything. For those that have been with the channel for a little while will know Amy used to, at 12 o'clock every day, she used to go and unmod everybody that had been added from the previous day. So yeah, it's not anything that anybody has done wrong. So just, you know, ask to be re-added. No, it's all right, Lorna. I thought it was you, and I just thought, oh God, what's happened there? You've lost your spanner. It's not a problem. I tend to leave Chris and Lorna as mods all the time because they're just they're proper hardcore. They're here all of the time, yeah, so I tend to leave them on there. For me, they're our #1 mods, so I leave them on all the time. What else have I got that I can tell you? Better than lose a screw. I think I lost mine a long time ago, Jack. Never lost a spanner, but I am at all. I will tell you, because I'm sure other people have sat there and thought it. When I had a FaceTime with Butch and Non-Confrontational and John earlier on, Butch did tell me that I've got to clean up my coffee table in the background. There's too much crap around it apparently, so I need to clean that up. So I'll do that tomorrow, because I'm sure if he's mentioned it to me that other people have said it. I got a flash of the Y-fronts then. Certainly not from me, you didn't. Sue said that last night. Yeah, so it did make me laugh, actually. As soon as he said it, I thought, God, if he said that, then everybody must be thinking that. So I will get on and do that for you tomorrow. The bloody mess in the background. I'm surprised nobody's asked me what that board is. That's a little project I'm working on, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I couldn't agree with you, Ian. It certainly is, and I will clean it up tomorrow for you. So it'll be all done by the next stream. Coins and more, good evening, and good evening to you as well. That, oh, on the table. No, that's an air freshener. I promise you that is an air freshener. Certainly nothing rude. But yeah, I'll sort that out tomorrow. Where else are we? Oh, so you all thought it was something rude. Maybe I'll put something rude there tomorrow. No, I swear it is air freshener. You're going to make me go and get it in a minute to prove it, aren't you? But no, it is. So where else can I go and divert? Oh. There we go. So it is air freshener. Okay. God, I did find something earlier on that I was going to show, but I can't remember where it is now. Oh, it's there. Fidget said it was Y-fronts. I've got my fidget spinner. I always have that here. No, it certainly wasn't Y-fronts. Yeah, I didn't think about advertising. Should have got onto that, shouldn't I? Right, so quickly moving on from that. Also, what we're going to be doing is with auctions, going forward, moving away from it. Yeah, I know. Everybody seems to have a really easy job of getting me read when I stream. John Gamble, whenever he does auctions on his slots, will always be using the A to Z coins, the 50p's, the state quarters, and everything else that is included within that. I am going to get a list sorted out of all those coins and give it to John. So whenever he's on, you can just ask him or Lorna, I think it is, that does all of John's streams. You can ask any of them what coins that they're allowed to use. So that will be every time that John does stream. Also, John is having a little change from his regular slot. On the 23rd of November, he will be doing an American only stream where he's going to be featuring a lot of American currency and showing it on screen. If anybody has got any American currency that they want to send in to John, then please contact him and send it in, and he will show it on the 23rd between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. The only thing that we ask, please, if you're going to send anything into John and you want it to be returned to you, please include a self-addressed envelope. Obviously, We don't want a lumberjon with huge postal costs. So please send them in with an addressed envelope. I know he's got quite a big parcel from, I think Ian has sent him one. If I'm right, I think Chris has sent him one. Coins and More has got some to send him. Louise Pollard sent him quite a big selection. So yeah, he's got quite a lot to be showing. But again, if you still got anything that you want him to show, please send that in and let him know. Ian, I ordered yesterday Dutch Gilders as I'm originally from Netherlands. I missed those. I got golden memories with my childhood time. And Ian's saying he hopes you like them. John's will also be getting a package from Pat's Piling Pennies any day. I've been looking for long times at those gold colour 5 guildens. Well, again, Javid, any time that I am on, if you're looking at a particular currency and you want to have an auction for it, then you can, whenever I'm on live, you can say to me, can we have an auction for Dutch currency? And I can do you a voucher for, say, 30 quid, and you have an auction for Dutch currency only. So if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, as long as we've got, you know, more than just you interested in doing that, that's something we can do for you, Javid. But that applies to anybody with any sort of particular coin or currency that they're looking from. I don't need my wig now. I don't need it. I've got loads of coins going out, which I need to get organised this week. As far as I was aware, the bet that we had was if the Americans hit 4,000 subs last night, then I would have to stream in drag. They didn't hit the 4K subs, so as far as I'm aware, I've got away with that one. Hannah and Lou addressing Warren up. Yeah, I don't know really what I've let myself in for that. They're also buying the clothes that I will be wearing as well. So God knows what they're going to come up for. I've certainly let myself in for something there. It was a shame they didn't. I'd have been over the moon if they had hit 4K last night. I know it would have meant that I would have had to do a stream in drag, but what an achievement it would have been if they could have done that. I will do next time. That's what I will bid on, and I will be the only one. No, if there's not more than you, then obviously we'll need, we need more than one person interested in it. You have indeed. Martha was rooting for the USA lot. Why always drag? I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember why Martha or how Martha first came. Oh, well, yes, I do. That was a bet that Ian and Matt had with regards to how many viewers we got. And if it would happen over a particular weekend. And it was suggested, or the bet was, if Ian won the bet, then Matt would have to stream as Martha. That sort of led on to mine, and it was something that got mentioned on the 24-hour stream when I was doing it. And I made a sort of throwaway comment, if you can get £250 for charity, then I would do it when we go to the Mint. Being that I was streaming 3 till 5 a.m, foolishly, I thought that it's all right mentioning that. Nobody will remember that. Unfortunately, a couple of people did remember, and it got mentioned in the week when I next streamed. So I couldn't really back out of it and had to stick with it. So that's kind of why we carried that on from there. But please, you know, any sort of fun things that you're, any fun things that you want to do, or you've got ideas for the CJs to do. Most of us are up for a laugh. We're trying to get Scott to do drag next. That's the next one we're working on. But if anybody's got any ideas where we can have a bit of fun with the CJs and that, let us know. I'm sure there's something that we can sort out between them. It's all a bit of fun. Then Steve, my God, yeah, Steve would be hilarious. It would be fantastic to see Steve. Where are we going? Scott, I think you need to be CJ Skeletor. That would be good. They should buy the clothes from a charity shop. More money. They are, as far as I'm aware, HMS, that is what they are doing. I streamed and mentioned about Ian soon clocked. Yeah. No Police, No Martha. Martha was fantastic. And the viewing figures and the extra subs that we gained when Martha was live was absolutely incredible. Fran, that was hard work. The mask was too hard. I can't remember who I said to when you were on the Skeletor, and I said, my God, that must be boiling in there. I've got a few Dutch coins, just need to find them, but I'm sure I was missing 5 guilders. Those were hero for me, as you could buy a lot of stuff with a 5 coin. Yeah, I do agree with Steve. Scott, it's never going to happen. Great facial that evening with all the sweat. Scott should be skeleton mask CJ Skeletor. That's what I thought was great about non-confrontational last night. The first time he was on cam and he was there sitting in the mask, I thought it was fantastic. I think Steve should do a clown. Yeah. Or an animal costume, something embarrassing. Well, I personally think having to go around the mint dressed in drag is quite embarrassing. But yeah, anything like that, if anybody's got any ideas, we're always up for a bit of a laugh. We'll sort something out and we can play around with it and see where we go with it. It's all about having fun at the end of it. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. And I say, you know, if it's a case of raising some money for a mental health charity or any charity, you know, then I'm all for making a bit of an idiot of myself. I absolutely don't mind it at all. You know, if charities are benefiting out of it, I've made no secret of it that I've used charities like Mind and that in the past, and they do fantastic work. As do all the other charities, I'm not just singling them out, but yeah, they might not let you in. Well, that would actually be quite interesting if they didn't, Jack, because all I would do then would be to come on camera and do a live stream from outside the mint in drag, explaining why they are refusing to let us in, when all we're trying to do is raise money for charity. So it's win-win all round, really, isn't it? It would just mean I go back to the hotel, get changed so that I can do it. But yeah, that's all I would do. I would just literally come on and do a live stream in the drag, explaining why the mint are refusing it. My whole 5-hour drive to the mint that day will be thinking about borrowing drag. Yeah, but you will get weird judgments, but it will be funny. I have absolutely no problem about getting weird judgments. I get that on a daily basis, so absolutely not fussed about that. Anything for charity, yeah, that's it. That's what it's about. That won't be embarrassing. It's what the rest of us will do when you're going round the mint. Yeah. That's why Martha's moderators were knackered by the end of it. The amount of people without a sense of humour was crazy. Yeah, exactly. Good one. That is the night I realised how valuable Chris and Lorna are. And that's why I said, best special shout out to the moderators earlier, because I've done it myself, and it can be pretty tiring work if you get a couple of idiots in. Dragon Lord should dress as a turkey at Christmas for charity. It was Martha, but it was worth it. I like to try and keep it clean. Yeah, and this is what we do when it streams from us guys. We try to keep it as clean as we can. There have been a couple of times, even on one of my streams the other night, where things were getting a little bit close. Although we were discussing coins, they were getting a bit close to the mark. Sometimes it is difficult to keep it on track, but it is all good fun. It was Martha, but it was worth it. They were brilliant that night. Martha was on. They are, and I say it is. Walk around the mint in a mankini. That is, I would draw the line there, and I don't think they would allow that either. Good night from Jack. Really pleased that you have joined us again, and everything you guys do. So yeah, I'm more than happy to plug your books again, Jack. So thank you for that, and I promise you, I will get one coloured in this week. You guys keep it clean, then we come in and mess it all up. Not at all. You guys were absolutely rocks last night, and I know it was toned down a little bit, but it was still fantastic. The Great British Coin Hunt Christmas calendar. Now there's a thought. That is a good idea. I certainly think it is. How many of us have we got? Well, certainly now with the Americans on board, I think we would probably have enough to do a calendar. So that's not a bad thought there. A 2019 calendar. Yeah, I'm sure that's something we could do. Just the CJs. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Do you mean everybody else in the CJs, Ian? Well, that's it, Scott, because if you pick the right month, then you could be Skeletor. What is it? So it's October, isn't it, for Skeletor? The Great British Coin Hunt. Be right back checking the Great British Coin Hunt website. I'm just trying to think what CJs we've got. The only one we've got that don't do the face reveals is My Family. So how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we said we had 8, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we said 8. My Family yeah. So if we included My Family, I think that would be 8 of us. Then we've got a couple of the Americans. My family could do a pick of their hands, yeah. And obviously, depending what month they pick, they can make it relevant for that month. So if it was, December, for argument's sake, they could be pulling a cracker or something. So I think we've got 8. Then we've got a couple from the Americans. Casper for 1, me and 10 more. Yeah, I think we could do that then. Martha for Valentine's, definitely Martha for Valentine's. Martha and Matt, me and Skeletor, split pick, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Lorna's too keen on the idea though, Ian. But yeah, I think leave that with me then, Ian, and I'll get in touch with all the CJs over the next day or two, and see if everybody's on board with that. Lorna definitely isn't keen on that. But yeah, I won't put any pressure on anybody. I'll just ask them if they want to do it, and we'll see how many come forward and say yes. And then we'll see, where we go with that. I'm not going to put any pressure on anybody. I'll just put the question to them, and see if they want to do that. How we'd go about actually producing it, I don't know. You don't need to ask me or Martha. I'm going for anything. Brilliant. I'm glad Jack's not there because you tell me off for dropping my pen again. Yeah, so I don't know how we'd actually go about producing it, but I'm sure there are sites out there that you can just send your pictures to, and they, do it for you. Ian would have to be Father Christmas in December. That's a good one there. Matt, we know you are. If Lorna doesn't want to pick, put a message on a special day like Lorna's day on her birthday. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea, Scott. Very good idea. Yeah. Right, let me write this down because I've told you my memory is like a sieve at the moment. Right, I know that one can now get binned because I've done that one. Oh, I forgot to do that tonight. See, that's exactly what I meant. So I'll put it on here. What's that? I don't know what that was about, but I'll put it on here. Ian and Fran as Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I like the way this is progressing now. Fran will organise it. If you organise getting everyone's photo to her. Yep, not a problem then. Leave that with me and I will definitely get that sorted. I'll try to do it all within the next week. Don't forget to write down the Peter Rabbit to the shop. It's actually on the top of the pile now. So that when I go to the shop tomorrow, fingers crossed, I remember to take it with me. Calendar. Ian has just volunteered you. Warren forgot to say nice smoking jacket. Or there's a bit of a domestic coming up now. I just had the idea. All the CJs have a dressing gown now. We certainly do. Watch out, Logan. Yeah. I'll see what everybody's up for. I'll see how many we get from the CJs, because I can imagine that maybe 1 or 2 won't be overly keen on the idea, but the majority will. So, yeah, not forgetting the office. Definitely not. Got to have one of them on there. Yeah, so just give me a couple of days to work out that, and I'll get back to you with the details on that as well then. While you're on there, Ian, we're ready to go now with the Christmas tree. That's all ready and in place now to get the raffle created on the site. So I don't know if you want me to email John or Logan with that, or just leave that in your capable hands. It's three winners will win all the coins that are sent in. All the CJ, yeah. Watch it, Logan, yeah. Let's not forget those. Is that like the ones boxers have? Brilliant. Thank you, Ian. I know you would. The only thing to add on that is, can we limit it to 5 tickets max per person, if that's possible? We want to try and give everybody a fair chance of, winning it. And obviously no vouchers and points, only cash, because it's all for charity. So yeah. No, that's a nice one. For anybody that wasn't aware, it was the idea of the Christmas tree raffle has come from Chippy Doodle Angela. So it's Angela that you need to thank for coming up with the idea of that. She just gave us the idea and we ran with it. So yeah, thank Angela for the idea of that. So just to confirm for anybody that wasn't aware, the Christmas tree raffle, Ian is going to create on the site this week. What you do is you send in a coin of any value. It doesn't have to be an expensive coin. Any coin that you want, send them to Steve Fraser. He's going to have a miniature Christmas tree in the background. All the coins will be displayed around the base of the tree, but every time he receives a new one, he'll write on a tag and put that onto the Christmas tree. So you'll get official of them all going onto the tree. If you want to sell all the tickets, allow people to buy more. If it was points, some would buy all the tickets, but as cash, no one will, but loads or all of the tickets. Okay, I'll leave that one down to you to decide then, Ian. But people did suggest that they wanted a limit on how many, so maybe a 10 limit on it then, because people were just concerned that the richer guys would go on there and buy all the tickets and win all 3 prizes. That was the only reason that we thought about putting a limit of how many they could buy. So maybe a 10 limit. I don't know. I'll leave that down to your discretion then. I used to limit it to 10%. Yeah, that's fine. We can go with that. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, Ian. So I'll leave that down to your discretion. Where are we? Just catch up on some of the chat. Is that like the ones boxers have? I'm confused. Fran is easily done. And I get you now. My dressing gown is posh and has my name on it. Oh, right. You're just showing off now. Is it your name or Martha's, though? Or do you have a his and hers dressing gown for you both? Dressing gowns on CJ's like boxers wear. Silly as I want to be. Good evening. Nice to see you. We've been chatting about you, actually. Really good of you to drop by. Fran, that is a bad idea. My in a dressing gown, not pretty, and I don't own one either. Scott, I think you might need a different channel for no dressing gowns these days. Is it a dressing gown, a house coat, or a smoking jacket? Mine is 100% a dressing gown. Just Matt and Amy dressing gowns. Martha left her last one at the pub. No, mine is definitely a dressing gown. Yeah, so going back, sorry, so the Christmas tree, you just send in a coin of any value, anything you want, just send it into Steve Fraser. So contact one of the CJs to get hold of Steve's address. But please, the same as you're doing when you're sending in coins to Ian, please put in a note with it to say that you want it to be included into the Christmas tree raffle. Otherwise, Steve, is just not going to have any idea what they're going to be there for. Some people have been buying stuff from Steve's site and leaving him a note to say just include that in the raffle. That's another way you can do it. I can confirm that we've had 2 people who have said that they're prepared to donate 4 silver proofs between the 2 of them. So one of the silver proofs comes as a set of 2. So that will go in, there's 3 prizes. The coins will be divided up. So if each of the 3 winners will get a silver proof included in their prize. So you're guaranteed of a silver proof, all of that as well. So you can start sending those coins in as soon as you want. And like I say, it can just be any coin that you want. It doesn't have to be a valuable coin or anything like that. Let me catch up. Where are we? Just got done with the funeral. Hope it was good sorry to hear about that, silly ass. But yes, I can confirm it was all good about you. And we were saying, I had a FaceTime conversation earlier on with John Gamble, non-confrontational, and Butch. And we were all saying what an absolute warrior you had been yesterday. You must have been on for well over 24 hours because you were just in everybody's streams. So yeah, it was fantastic. It was all good about you, I promise. You look normalish in the dressing gown in front of the camera, but when you go walking down the shops, you look a bit odd. I admire Warren's professionalism despite all the silliness. He just keeps going. I've been caught out once or twice, Fran, I promise you. So I try and just skip through those bits now. Bless you. Love you too, Angela. You're another star that is on pretty much every stream. So it's brilliant. You still haven't slept yet. That's just outrageous. How many hours have you done now without sleeping? That is mental. But I've got to confirm, though, non-confrontational and Butch. Oh, my God. If you think they're bad on their live streams, get them into a FaceTime chat away from YouTube, and they're even worse. Non-confrontational was threatening to flash everybody at one point. So, oh, here we go. And here's Butch now as well. So that's fantastic. So I will just run through them. Now they're here. We've got these now absolutely cast iron times for these guys. So UK times these are on a Tuesday from midnight until 4 a.m. You're going to have Butch. From 4 a.m. until he drops will be non-confrontational, non-conformist. And this is literally as it's been sent to me. So I'm Thursday midnight until 4 a.m. Butch, and then from 4 a.m. until he drops again, non-confrontational, non-conformist. The Friday one, I need to get it 100% guaranteed before I confirm that, but it will be on a Friday evening UK time, from at least midnight, possibly a bit sooner. On a Saturday, they're going to be streaming from 9 p.m. UK time until midnight, and that will be Butch. There may well be some other times, but we'll update you to us and when that gets confirmed. And Butch is probably a bit better to explain it to you, but I'll do my best. These guys, technology-wise, they're leaps and bounds ahead of us. So what they're going to do is, when they're streaming live, they're going to be streaming live to 2 channels. One will be going directly to the Great British Coin Hunt, and one will be going directly to non-confrontational, non-conformists YouTube channel. If I've got this right, I'm sure Butch will tell me if I'm wrong. The idea being that the chat log for the Great British Coin Hunt will remain family friendly. The chat log for non-confrontational, non-conformists will then be the 18 rated one. So you can just join in with whichever one you want. I'm sure Butch will tell me if that's wrong, but I think that was what we agreed on earlier on. Ian is not aware of that. Again, that's something that we agreed with today. Yeah, brilliant. So, yeah, so that's news to Ian, but I'm sure that'll please him, because that means that the Great British Coin Hunt one remains family friendly. So that's all good. Butch, at midnight tonight, we will have done 36 hours straight in the channel, which equals my Mad Weekend record. If you come up at midnight, you could break my record. Hashtag just saying. Ian, I still can't believe your marathon. No, nor can I. I think it's just forever. It's going to be known as the Mad Weekend, isn't it? Silly as I want to be, I have 197 subs. I need to still make content. I think you've started it now, Ian. Matt, I still can't believe his marathon. Neither can his cardiologist. Why they're all in here, please, 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 if you see any of the new guys coming in, then please click the 3 little dots next to their name, go to their channel and sub them as well, please. They are fantastic. They will return the favour to you and sub all of you guys as well. You know, obviously we are on the Great British Coin Hunt, and it is all about the Great British Coin Hunt, but it's also about, you know, building the community bigger and better as we can. We've got a fantastic community here in the UK, as do the Americans over there. If we can bring those 2 communities together and, you know, build it all, the more the better. And who doesn't like increasing their subs on their YouTube channels? So yeah, if we can all please do that whenever you see any of these guys coming in. So like Butch, silly as I want to be, Pat's Piling Pennies, any of these guys, you see them, please sub them. As I say, they will return the sub favour to you. And we do appreciate all of that. Why he's actually here, I'm also going to share with you, this is a new as well, this will be a first that I've done this. I'm going to share with you. Butch has got his own YouTube, his own website. So please have a look at that. There we go. Please have a look at his website, share it, bookmark it. Please purchase something from there. We appreciate all of that. The same goes for any of we do it with Dragon Lord. We share his site. Chris has got one. We share that as well. I'll get to that one in a second. It's because you were away, Fran. He has to keep busy to stop missing you. No, you can't say that, Scott. I told Fran that he's in bed with his Horlicks by 8 o'clock when she's not there. I bet you'll never go on holiday again, Fran. Pat has subbed 20 people this weekend. Brilliant. Fran, I'm not even into coins and I can't help hanging out with this Coin Clan community. It is, I can't. I mean, every day I am gobsmacked by this community. I'm not going to embarrass him and read out the letter and everything, but totally unknown to me, I received a letter and a couple of coins from, I want to say his name, but I'm trying to remember it now. Oh, God, I know his proper name. Come on, Ian, help me out. Who is Carl? Why can I not remember his name? I know his name's Carl. Global, that's the one. I received one from Global Hunter at the weekend. I had absolutely no idea was being sent to me. It's just what I say. This community is like nothing I've experienced before. Nanny So has just subbed them all. Brilliant. Thank you, Nanny. Are you coming to the mint in February? Mint in January, Fran? Warren, how relief were you about not being in drag? I know, mixed emotions. Silly as I want to be honest with you, I would have been overjoyed if I had to go in drag, because it would have meant that Butch and non-confrontational would have hit 4K subs. So I would have been absolutely over the moon about that. Coins more on the 25th of Jan. Fran, I've got more holidays booked than usual, Matt. Butch, thank you. Adding stuff daily. Free shipping to the UK. There you go. So I've shared his page for you. If you haven't bookmarked it, whenever I'm on, let me know and I will share his page for you. Where are we going? Got your back, Nanny. See, the amount of times I've dropped it in today, brilliant. Been dropped in it today, sorry. Yeah, I can't even read properly now. I'm off to the forest that weekend, unless Ian tells me different. Fran, that is awesome. Global, yeah. I've sent new subs today to people. Please add me on my new tablet. Yeah. Oh, please, people, add me on his. Yeah, I'm with you there. So possibly at midnight, you might even have a little surprise with Butch and non-confrontational coming on to smash out Ian's previous record of 36 hours straight on the stream, which would be pretty cool, even if they're only on for an hour, so Ian would lose his record. When Ian books you a holiday, he is up to something. He certainly is. Silly as I want to be, I really do enjoy the CJs that I've watched, although I find myself having to filter my language. No, honestly, I thought you were incredible yesterday. You were on for so many hours yesterday, and it wasn't just the fact that you had popped along and joined in with our CJs and our chat. You were genuinely interested in us showing you some coins and that. I am just going to very, very quickly share you guys a link. I really do apologise. It's not coin related, but I would appreciate it if you have a look at it, because I think you guys will like it just as much. Let me remember what it was. There it is. I'm assuming you're the site. I can't actually play it. I can't play it for you because of the YouTube copyrights. But obviously over here, the same, you know, it's been Remembrance Day for us over here. With the poppies is something that we have. Please have a look at that link that I've just popped up in there for you. If you haven't looked at it for me already, I shared it yesterday, I think. But please have a look at that for Remembrance Day. It's a fantastic video, and everybody that has watched it has said it is a fantastic video. I know it's not coin related, but it is Remembrance Weekend. Lorna watched it and shared it on my Facebook. Got 3 of those for £5. For £5 delivered. Yeah, that's what but yeah, so please have a look at that video. It is Remembrance Day. In my opinion, it's Remembrance Day. It is, yeah, see, everybody's coming up to say it's lovely now. I do apologise to Ian. I know it's not coin related, but it is quite poignant for the day that it is. Let's just catch us up. Keep it clean, silly. I honestly wish I could do my lives easier, but I do love my late night hours and closing off the day. I'm getting more confident as the weeks go by. You're getting, and it's funny, Matt, you really can see the difference in you as well. You can see you're getting more and more confident every day with every stream you do, so it's brilliant. And like I've said to you, any time that you want to do any more hours, because there's a lot of hours that aren't covered, you know, we just get covered sort of within 24 hours notice. So if ever you want to do any more hours, Matt, just let me know, please, and I'm more than happy to fit you in. Matt, you're a star. I certainly agree with that. Watched it and shared it on Facebook. Watched it last night. It's lovely. Day of respect. Yeah, it's not my show, it's yours. Where did you get the poppy coins? They were actually from Westminster, Nanny. I'm not sure whether they're still on their site. They come in these. I've got a couple of things, you know, similar like them, and they are nice. So yeah, they are really nice. Maybe Belfast might know if they've still got them on the site. But yeah, they come in these little silly little pouches. I don't like the pouches. Oh, there you go. Belfast told you they are still on there. Yeah, I don't think much of their pouches they come in, but the actual coin is really nice. So yeah, they're still on the site, a maximum of 3 per household. I think it was Jersey, Ian. Yeah, Jersey. Don't know if you can just about make that out. Yeah. So where are we? Nanny, I've just answered. Thank you, Fran. I honestly can't wait to get into the groove of my lives and get the coins on camera. More Martha. Yes, and coins. Okay, have a look. Yeah, definitely have a look. Pat, I will, brother. I will be on as long as I can. Looking forward to cheers. That's what I say though, silly as it was the interaction that you had with everybody, and you were genuinely interested in learning all about our currency and everything, and it was brilliant. I really, really enjoyed it. I will be getting through my bunk reviews. Then I'm going to show my whole collection. That will need longer than an hour, so I'll let you know. Yeah, absolutely not a problem, Matt. Just let me know whenever you want it. And even if it is just a one-off, you fancy doing an hour slot some other time, just let me know and we can easily fit that in. I'm really flexible with the diary. That's about the only thing I'm flexible with. There we go. Chris has just put you up the link for the Westminster collection. Silly as I want to be, I think I have everyone. If I missed you, please let me know. I've been asking Fran to do a weekly slot around addictions and collecting. I think that would be a really big hit. My personal views on or my personal story with my mental health and how this has sort of helped me, not just the collecting, but the community side of things as well, and how everybody has just been so accommodating. And so I certainly think Fran would be a massive hit with addictions and collecting. Maybe we'll start a petition to get Fran doing that. Just watch when you're buying them, you don't add another coin and join a collection. I did that by mistake, Belfast, but luckily I've gone off and I have managed to cancel that now. But be careful because they do catch you on that. I've got a couple of ones that they do a lot of, the coins are free. The first coin is free, but then you have to pay sort of 40 quid for all the other coins. But you have to cancel the subscription on them. So do be careful when you're on Westminster. Just watch that video, Warren. Fantastic. No, I appreciate that, Pat. Really, really do. Fran, I think I will be in the forest. Cheers, Chris. Just pop in there now. No, you can't go now, Nanny. You should at least wait until I finish streaming. I've made some incredible online friends. I feel like I've known people for years. I honestly can't wait for the Mint meetup to see you all there. Exactly. Couldn't agree with you more. I'm going to try and learn as much as possible. I've got the whole winter. Brilliant. I'll think on it. No, I do think, I guess I shouldn't be amazed by it, but I was when I did that video, and there was, it wasn't for any sort of egotistical reasons. It was purely it was meant as a thank you to everybody for how much it has genuinely helped me. Prior to that, if I got out of bed, it was a struggle. Every day was a struggle. And this has just totally transformed my life and everything about it. But hearing people's reactions to that, the amount of people that were messaging me and saying, my God, I've suffered with this as well, but I've never had the guts to tell anyone. And these are people that are in chat on a daily basis. Even some coin jockeys have done it, and it's really quite humbling, really, and quite, I don't know, it really did touch me when all these people were just coming forward and saying, you've actually made me want to talk about it now. And I'm not going to stay on that because I get a bit welled up when I think about some of the messages that I was getting. But it was incredible. Sorry. Luckily, I'm going off and another. Sorry. Silly, we have lots to teach you. It's just as well you have a few months. That's brilliant. Couldn't agree more. Good evening, Gordon. Good to see you. Gordon, Okay, I've got an update for you. You asked me about some of the stuff that you had won in auctions and about a shirt and cufflinks, if I'm correct. I'm sure that was you, Gordon. Just wait for you to tell me it was, and then I'll give you the update on that. Ian, are you fully sold out of the Guernsey £5 coin? And you're bloody great. Well, thank you, Fran. If it says sold out, then Matt, yes. Okay, no worries. My biggest issue is what is the fair trade between US and UK or European? I'd hate not to be fair to anybody. I guess the same with me. I don't know sort of hardly anything about your sort of money. I've had one person so far inbox me that I'm going to send some stuff to. But my opinion is I'm not really overly concerned whether I get a good trade or not. It's more, for me, it's more about just building up a good friend, friend base, if that's a word. So I should just send a few to them, and if I get anything back, that's a bonus. That's the way I look at it. But obviously, not everybody thinks like that. So you think this channel idea has been a bit useful then? I honestly, Ian, I couldn't put into words how this channel has helped me personally. I can't put into words what it has done for me. And it's not just me. I say, when I've talked about things like this, the amount of messages and that I get privately from people saying it's the same for them. So it is, yeah, it's been fantastic. It really has. Yes, Warren, don't worry. No, I'm all right. If you're out one person restoring, it goes to show what having a community does. Coins are awesome. It is. It's fantastic. It really is. Hello, Gordon. Give me this week, Gordon. I'm still collecting names to write on the shirts. Hi, Ian. And yes, that's me. So really, just to confirm what Ian has said to you, the shirts and the cufflinks, I think it was. Ian's just waiting to get all the names put onto the shirt, and then he'll send them to you. The auctions, if I'm correct, they were all coins with COAs on them. So they will be sent out in due course. Because of the COAs, they all need to be stamped and everything else as well. So obviously they don't go out as fast as the normal orders would have gone out. But I did speak to Ian about it. As you can tell. So Ian's sorting it, and he will look after you. Yep, we know that. Ian, this channel has helped people in many ways. Thanks for being the host. I said this, Matt. Ian, and don't get me wrong, I know Ian can sit there and feel incredibly proud of what he's created here. But I genuinely don't think that Ian will ever fully appreciate exactly what he's created here. I say it all the time. There's no other channel like this. There's no other channel that, to my knowledge, that do the auctions and that kind of stuff in the way that we do. There's so many things that we do that are unique to the Great British Coin Hunt. And there are so many people that it has helped. There are so many more people with mental health that tune in and watch us. It really is quite amazing. And I just don't think Ian will ever fully appreciate how much because it is Ian that's responsible for this. I don't think he'll ever appreciate or understand just how much he has helped people. So that's enough of kissing Ian's bum for the night. Sorry if I've embarrassed you, Ian. But yeah, I genuinely do mean that. Warren, can you feel it? The love in the room. I always do, Fran. And it is. It's so. I know it's so corny to say, but it is so humbling when you see the love and things in the room. You know, it is. It really does sort of choke me up, if I'm honest. That's why I try and avoid it as much as I can. I'm doing it again now. Gordon, that's fine. I was just worried my order was lost in all the winds. No, it's certainly not been lost, Gordon. It is being dealt with. So honestly, don't panic at all. Silly as I want to be, Warren, I have quite a few Wheaties, and a couple people said up to $4 value over there. I just don't know if that's accurate. I've seen so many U coins I'd love to have. Silly as I want to be, if you go onto my my personal YouTube channel, LightyCollects, my email address is on there. Just pop us an email and I'll quite happily send you. I'll even show them to you now, actually, what I will pop in the post for you. And these are purely my spares. And I'm genuinely not expecting anything in return, so don't panic about that. That's right, I'm going to need my magnifying glass, aren't I? Because until I sort my lighting out, is that a bit better? So you can have a Paddington at the St Paul's. That one's going up to Hannah. You can have Sherlock Holmes. What are these ones? They're both Paddingtons at St Paul's. And there was one more that I was going to do because I've got a duplicate of it. Was the Charles and Diana. So if you send me your contact details on my email, then I will pop those in the post to you. And I genuinely don't want anything in return from them. They're only my spares anyway. I'm more than happy to do that for you. Oh. Where are we going? Hey Warren, I have an idea. We might be able to work for the Americans. How about you give rich and non-conforming a few items or a few vouchers they can auction? The coins they bid are in wheat cents. So what you mean? Give them some UK coins that they can use for auctions? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Let me just catch up on everything. Just getting my own back, making you blood for a change. No, that's why I always quickly try and change subject before I get there. Gordon's got mental health issues as well. I've got a coin package already for you, Warren, with lots of different coins to add to your collection. I'll be posting it tomorrow or Tuesday. You're an absolute star, Matt, honestly. Ian, you're a legend, sir. Yeah, totally agree there. Ian is definitely a legend. How is the weather? Still snowing? Ian sure is. I often wonder when he did his first live stream what was going to happen. Yeah. I'll be perfectly honest. When I first tuned in and watched Ian's live stream, my first initial thought was, oh my God, what the hell is this guy doing? My second thought then was, this just cannot be real. This has got to be some sort of a con. But somehow amongst all of that, it still grabbed you and still pulled you and made you stay there. And before I knew it, I was making my first purchase from the site. And the rest, they say, is history, I guess. Cilias, US, UK trades are new to us, but I'm sure we will take care of each other and make sure things balance out. Yeah, we're just working around that one. Snowing here now, silly. 5 inches of snow in a night. Christ, if we get 5 inches of snow over here, the country grinds to a standstill. Those are beautiful, Warren. I'm sorry, I'll be returning the favour. Thank you. Not a problem at all, silly. When I did my first live stream, Fran and I thought I was dying. So no, we had no idea where the channel would go. And it just keeps on going. It keeps on growing and growing. Pat, we're over 15 inches. Oh my God, I dread to think what would happen if we had 15 inches here. A crazy turn of events, magical to see where it's all gone. Yeah, yes, like you do with the other CJs, give them a little leeway on what they can auction for a test. The US CJs are allowed to bid. They have to email the full list to John. Yeah, not a problem, Ian. I could go with something like that. So just purely as an example, like you give me the list of what we can do for our CJs. To my knowledge, these are still on the site. And that's the Peter Rabbit package is still on the site. And to my knowledge, the Stephen Hawking package is still on the site. So for argument's sake, give them one of these or something. And let me just make a note of what they're going to bid with. So bidding is in weak coins. Yeah, not a problem. I can do with that. Warren, I can give you Cilias. I want to be address. Yeah, if you do that, Chris, that would be fantastic. Warren, John, and Chris, I have my address. I'm okay putting it. No, that's right. I'll get Chris to send it to me in the tree outside. No, I don't know whether it was silly, keeping cozy. Scott Knight, I'll see you at some point tomorrow. Done with Ian's. Good night, Belfast. Peace. Night, Belfast. Good night, HMS. Bye, Scott. Yeah, if Scott, Chris, if you email me, silly as his wannabe. Yes, and there are thousands of items too, so a voucher for £2 coins, 50. Yeah, that's not a problem, Ian. I can certainly work that out. Right, and I've just noticed the time as well, and it is just gone midnight here. So all that's left for me to say is thank everybody for tuning in. Again, you know, it amazes me that we still get people tuning in every night. Is that the Peter Rabbit 50p 2019? It certainly was. I believe they're still on the site. So yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in. I would suggest just hanging around. Oh, there we go. Butch is going live, so we're smashing Ian's record. So please just stay on, but switch over and tune into Butch. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all again soon. Thank you.